ti yatiasie for advanced selection akai enye obia na enya ne seye nti se onwunu dwo na ye firi obra na se adwo ada kitikiti ye bedu fiada na nipadua kwa nyina ya adwuma na ese de aseda ema asase nyina ewura na di okura nipa nkwa no mamu adwo amu akwaba ahe ne 2 TV so meeting ene katachie mensa enyumre wani beje pa fi se ya na akunini musi no ye nta nya wo mo de wapre abobra afiri fitiasia beduru bibie waduru no unya obi abra bon susu ye na ade ato de ho se de ana mpanifo ka no so obi ankwa amma uhunu se kwa mu adwo ndi so domfo dom ye na obi koba na ye na che esu ehunu a ya na boa mensu nya ho de pem ko ye nem enyumre mensa kafani kase bi bara ansana no meba emfast da mama boafo tew meba meto mebo na mama run down nipa me na de ahia no ansana kra mama na kwa aba fese nso mo na no pa ene ne de ne be pon be 11 fese fese ye won some kan all right but in the meantime busia kan ho na me fast da ma GP wa heba mixture said the damn better video so I catch the one. A drone ye dre boost immune system more that's legend na so. A prono sanwa bia esa okatomo. Me che ipedua pono. Anu bia ya de bia tumi wura mu bi. Se sojafo ye wo ne pedua nim ho ye mra bibia tumbu kan form so. Baso domfo ye wadom na wonya dre betua ma sojafo no ho ye den na prono katomu a ya de ben se ye corona se ye de yi obetumi atwa fa ne so. Anoti ena nwumre ho behia se wonsa beka GP1 heba mixture yatumi aboa wo amma saa yade na tete wo no otumi de sunkunim mede wase so be ya ne saa ma me ebrepamu yadi omo numbers any location betudwa se be ya obetumi abomodi ada na wono omo edi nkomo na emmoa yade bua nipa wonso otumi nyam mfaso otumi apema ko anim kyene so se akobadi a yedie atrentwa yedie yi se unia hoden a wonka ho obibenya wa ne firi yade nti de wotan wo no opade ya wo a obo yade na ma wo nti bo modern na foto trim abusia mensa mu akwa ba na enche meko me guest abino ebedi dwuma enwumre so na ne profile dem anim no me kasa me bobo a ade beche efre se wako bia we free obrana se enye ne na positions ahodo de we dibie but mametwi adwene si na senya ade so eye maritime authority na papa no ye director general yakota no adwuma di obo bi pa mamedika ma na kwaba na ye de enkomo no be free ho na ya hwe be kwakọ wie openi ede ne Kwame Owusu ana Mr. Kwame Owusu etia ye ne ye de Shadrack ne abedrogo ne ade ne nye ho no wo hwe kra wo ye Ghana ni nti Mr. Kwame Owusu papa me mo akwaba
ya media
if na empom ye de
we be amako
good mo sende me energy no wosoro mani agi se me hia wo
that's okay
pese me tafu bibi na me de bo me bra
that's okay
na betimi akomenim
that's okay
yeah me da se pa ye frase sei me de agya meniwu na mo metiefo nti na mahwefo nti agya Kwame Owusu eye honya ka wo ho asem kakra bi kire me na fi yamfa nkomo ne frase
what the kaga so me Ghana ni
yes
ya wo me frɛ kurasi and interesting thing is we hear monti ya bra na ti yeguso ye hu de dinda and ye hu de mreso da and the wo me frinking kesu ma me ade me fra so twen e gyeso aso twen ya titi ho school ya kwa ya yewie ya kwa ni nyeska nko secondary school
and was school
oh me say and the every me we no me say ko teach from 3
wow
can you imagine but it ya kitwana attentive one no we school na nye that easy but a picky ya the ya ema ni persua photo cha anya dia na ja esanya kwan ko secondary school 1970 and the ni na muana ewie school so na sikano say ni ho ni school nyina kra na de photo twa na je ya na de
nti edin photo no ozo wanya bi pen ho
everyone here to aso aja e de call Mesa ko chirade e wa de bi commercial me free one na me kwa lata the earlier pioneers e ko horbi am sa e ko chirade ho me free one na bagana na besin ko abrochi 1979
okay 79
wow nti e ko ho na jai e wura mu a na ko university na etimi ya adwuma ho no ma kakraja e course one e se ba ekrum na e beboa nti in the year 99
that's right
Baya say beboa but overall nature say yes so abai no ewo enim nti among the New York USA chapter no na me fair chama NPP nti yakwa ye beba kura nature say ye sisi ansa na ewuram era rollers nti nti enyina ye kon ya na dia ba bedru ba bia ye dru nti ebe join abai 2002 I was here within the energy. I was energy advisor.
Wow.
Me free energy muna. Me sign a call Ghana Supply Commission. Me free one I buy a guyen as a private businessman all along so media to be a mejuma. Okay. And ye call ya as I buy Nanado and Roma was see Ghana Maritime Authorities. I'm saying bako krana MP ni enche nem kra me nem de me ko but bo nam nem say ko bit matter ne around yes so we make a change and the impact I would say I'm here not because I have money but I'm successful because I have made an impact positively on the lives of other people and my family in that regard me consider say I'm probably one of the people that you like to talk to, but not because I have money. Success for me is not defined that way. It's about the contribution you make to society, whether in any form, be a person or be a. That doesn't mean that you can't hear. Cash is always
very
necessary.
Important.
But I'm not here because I have cash.
Okay. Thank you very much. I was saying, opening Kwame Owusu and I been ready to share your brain. And then Jebre na hurry na tea. Na benya no be free and come aye demo. If you say or you experienced man or fa de edi mu say de o kan no ene de amre mu ya wo kon no enye den enye mre na ye nyina so na edi ne kakrakra na wo de adru de wadru nti bedru bo hia asase ne so ye ko ne si ya wo de mpre ho question bi a wo bia no obetumi de aba ye be de brebusa ne kakra edi ama ho na Owusu ma me frase se me kai 2 weeks ago na menu bi edi nkomo ana meka say Mr. Kwame Owusu no ono na resign ye free maritime authority me kai pa September 18th 2019
okay
me kai pa azama me kan me boa so one resign na
oh yeah that was at the position and I'm a woman the president called me that he wanted me to go and help him in Ghana Revenue Authority.
Okay.
We need somebody to go there and may resign.
Okay.
Na me messing in ko buano on that regard. Wow. For Agyapong, me no maritime. Okay. And also he felt that me a tax person and that's my comfort zone.
Okay.
That's the words he used.
Okay.
So with him I just have to serve my nation. So I put in the resignation and then he nominated me to go to GRA.
Okay, so you're a professional accountant?
Yeah, I'm a chartered accountant.
Okay. So that man penny fufu man atron sure. Inti me da say wa vindicate me because nanko fo nhyɛ da ntemase. Yam so no papa no no na resign ye. Ya ansaka no so de media de
problem. Then ya sakio from Ghana Maritime Authority. Yeah. Now I shall nominate you to go and check Ghana Revenue. How could that be a fire? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because the man penny na yi wa be ka say ko sie ohun kakra be ye a year or two.
I was immediately asked to come in.
Okay.
And the announcement was made within 4 days I resigned. And that was the arrangement I had with the president.
Okay. Good. Me da say wa clear for na mama.
It's not a secret.
I feel now the road is clear. It's so quite so. Papa yan hwennuma hodo a wa yo KPMG ne enyuma de wa yi bi pa. Na Yenhwe maritime impact I will make you or how did you do it? Because Ghana for year yenye ya ebinye ya na oni ye so how did you do it?
I think it's hard work. It's leadership by example.
Okay.
I mean, I've always been against this attitude of public servants or government officials. Friday, Thursday evening, they go to funerals.
Yeah.
They come back Tuesday morning. You can't see them until Wednesday. You cannot make an impact in that way.
Okay.
So the way I'm dedicating myself to the work that I did, I was able to carry the staff along with me, and we're able to make all the necessary impacts. And I think you must also set a goal in life.
Okay.
When I met my board, I told them that for every time that I'm going to be here, I will double the revenue of this authority. And we did it.
Sure.
With the help of my staff and the attitude that we changed.
The attitude
that we changed.
That you changed.
Yeah,
previous attitude that got to your net is saying.
Well, it was probably mad with politics.
Okay.
The NDC group, the MPP group, the JDC group. It's like everybody was riding on the parties here and there. But when I got there, I put that aside. And I considered everybody there as a Ghanaian. In that regard, I was able to make everybody comfortable, and everybody was able to contribute his or her quota. The moment you bring division within an institution, you create pandemic.
Sure.
It becomes a pandemic we are in. So I did that with them, and then we were able to do it together. We were able to move revenue from 29 to 65 million the first year, and the second year went to
65.
Went to 165 the second. So the promise that we gave, I was able to get that done, and I felt that is what I said success is all about. It's about making an impact. And there is money here, as Nanado said, but the people have to work for it. People must be evaluated. People must, even for me to be promoted, we must be able to do evaluation, not by being there. If everybody is on a job and he is supposed to be promoted every 3-4 years, do you have to work hard? No. Our system is not working because that kind of attitude. We must be able to have a basis to give people promotion so that we can create the type of platform that everybody goes that he wants to work hard. But once you have 4 years and you are moving from assistant to whatever, does it matter? Do you have to stay behind work? You become a clock attendant. You watch the clock so that it will be 5 o'clock and you get money. You're only there to make your money and go away. So I think that this is the type of attitude. Our leaders must show the example. You see Nanado resting? No. But you see us as political appointees abandoning Friday, coming in Tuesday morning. You want to see them, oh, it's Wednesday that you can see chief. Who the hell do you think you are? You work for the people, and you have a day that can see you.
You work for the people?
Yeah. And so it's unacceptable. This attitude must change. This attitude must change. Because if you have children in the house, they are going to look up to you and say that this is what daddy or this is what mommy does. But if your behavior is bad, how do you expect the people below you to come in not with different attitude? They're going to behave the same. So we must change. Leaders must change. We must be example. If you are a priest, it must be in you. People must see it in you, and that is wrong with the way we conduct business.
Wow, thank you very much. Question usually when people are put on certain positions, especially like yours, where you do much to be a bikubiano, director general, chairman, this, which is not a common position. Yet in comfort of what usually being say na it is a some who some for a woman with this car. Why you see, I'm a journalist and I read a lot. In fact, I know a lot about you. But yen you krum hano ko focasa. It be yes a condition crew wo fear 500,000. Yeah, I say. Electricity in Ghana. It do be na here ni bresam. Even when you were given that appointment to go to GRA as a board chair, the CEO Susan na omo kasane other GRA.
All kinds of people.
Yes.
All kinds of people.
Yes. But I know a level-headed person be able to say nobody was able to initiate any legal action against you. Na me pacho sa e hono clear saying.
Well, I think it's a concept of mediocrity.
Okay.
And the media, they fall into it. They just want to make news. You don't do research. You don't do any comparative analysis. It's just about destroying people.
Okay.
You get on TV and you talk and talk and talk. The statement you are saying, air conditional, for almost 4 months, a country is able to concentrate on 21,011 air conditions. 21,000 Ghana cedis.
Oh.
You spend your time to the extent that people complain that I have one yellow boy who will say, oh, the man needs more air conditioning to solve GRA problem. See, that's mediocrity. And everybody wants to be something. I even heard a woman in one of these IEAs and the rest, oh, how can the man have 4 air conditioning in his bedroom? As if he has been there before. You can passionately say this on television, and you go home, and you can eat and go to sleep, and go to church on Sunday, and pray for forgiveness. That's what they do. What you are saying, you have no idea. The question you even ask yourself, what's the benchmarking? This academic exercise. The air conditioning that Mr. Owusu has in government building, if they are 11, what does Agyapong have? GOIL, GMPC, mention all the institutions. If everybody has 2, then you can say the man has access. Beyond, electricity bill will not work, because when you have 6 bedrooms and you have family room and living room and the rest, you have 111 air conditioning.
Sure.
You only turn it on when it's needed.
When it's needed.
Because you cannot carry it like a fan. And when you are going to room 2, you carry it with you. So you set them up, and when they only use. So for me, it's mediocrity.
Sure.
And it's all about poverty. It's all about poverty.
It's all about poverty.
When we don't dream big.
We don't dream big.
Yes, so every time we see somebody, even if you cough, they go look for corruption. If you do this, they go look for corruption. But I think that most people and the media is because I was not saying, please, I beg you, all those things that people say. And they, oh, that guy is arrogant. So they have to bring him down. For me, it is good for me.
Good.
I am a happy person.
Yeah.
I am not mad at people as it is, and I think that we all have contribution to making our nation.
Thank you very much. Maybe start a question. So, you see, you could make us our hapa, but then you know, still you were performing.
Yeah.
How will you combining that? Because what you know, oh yeah, media for chon, CS also chon. Because
that Lumba was saying that no matter. Look, if you know you are doing the right thing, you are not disturbed.
Okay.
I was not bothered at all. I was not bothered. I must tell you without being, I want to be straight. There's a lady called Araba Kumsin that he talks so much that my brother can even counterattack. But I don't even know her face.
Okay.
I don't look at social media. I don't have anything on social media. I just wanted to do, if I was a typical religious person, the God's will. I was there to perform, to serve my nation. And I didn't really, I wasn't bothered because whatever people were saying, I couldn't even understand it. It was a concept of mediocrity. And I felt that, and I continue to feel that way, that we must change our attitude. We must change our attitude.
That's the reason why you are here.
Yes.
Yes. We must change our attitude.
Yes.
Thank you very much. All right. That big positions now. Baby, I see no omo ediska. Oshe Juma waye KPMG. So many financial institutions and all that, which is not small. How were you conducting yourself? How did you manage to skill yourself to stay in your space? Yeah, what to me achieve that pedestal?
You see, you must be focused.
Okay.
And in whatever you do, as a younger person or whatever, you must have passion in what you do. Most of the time, we are not able to produce in this part of the world because even when your father will tell you, person buy a doctor, a person will be a teacher,
sure.
They do not ask, and we do not do counseling as to what that individual likes to do. Okay. You cannot be productive if you don't have passion in what you are doing. So we have people that are put in different positions. You go to university, you want to do business administration, you say, I'm fat, near the course, whatever the course is, you can't course be won't take the people must be interested in what they do.
Okay.
They must be good, better, worse, whatever, business administrator. But in our part, you're cutting off. Any part can you scramble for courses that you have no interest. And when you come out of college, you don't have a passion for what you are doing. You only go and get a job to feed yourself. And that slows down productivity in our part of the world.
Wow. Wow.
I have interest in what I do. And I had interest. I used to close, and I think my example in Ghana Maritime will show. I'll be there by 7 o'clock, and I'll be there till 10:30. I'll have management meetings till 10 o'clock, so that people should know the business that we do. And it's about what we do as a people. So I was happy. When you are not looking at the time, and you have a passion in what you are doing, the time goes faster. But if you don't have a passion, even to pick up a piece of paper becomes as if you are holding a brick or a block on your head. So for me, I've always been happy for what I do, and I do with passion. And I think that is what we should actually engage ourselves on.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Me that's me try me home brasses here. Abusia penia ye no no hwehwe komo nyumre eye owura Kwame Owusu. Oye former director general Emma Maritime Authority. Then at church and semu actually no. So bit me asaside wo de wo ye bia mu a you need to get passion for it. As we nya passion Emma de wo ye no. E na beboa wo ma wetimi aye etimi aye nkunimdifo e obibi a wo ye mu. Enti Mr. Kwame Owusu educate na brabo ye mfanto ho amayen. Enye obi a na beba. But hwe obi a wa senior accountant ama PricewaterhouseCoopers, right? USA. Na eni passion na se sikafa ne nsemo die no obeye we twen move business no to the next level. For example, Maritime Authority, a lot of things were put in place, and finally we all saw the result. The working enya the ebu itrimaka the result no wa wa kwa obetumi hono no wodi ho dance. Me first that PSM for this corner na dagroma na anwumre yi yenso ye ho aye din gusu adade di attitude dwumadie da wonom. I was saying, the person may catch on and say, a bread so when your phone papa cra, so no, said the cram bottery, a quadrata na fortunately, while I say, one Freddy's corner, a one yanko for papa B. It's the Nokia phones, Infinite, Samsung, Apple phones, a whole no the original. The original Bepua war, my one so what to me aquanimono, a whole and a benya beam. And no cheats up a television set, air conditions, laptops. Na open machine said the washing normal wofie washing cars near the nyina no for this akofabia ba e ho eba for so Ghana de share pa pacho twa number we to ho na ya kwafre wo mo 0544 number between for so reach for this corner 0544 959 195 0544 959 195 and as 0207 937 323 0207 937 323 yadu wase so be ne sa mame na wakọ Fredis ho akwakoje na opa na timi aboa ensamo a eja Kwame Owusu kana nwumre no emudu na se wo ye manager se wo ye subordinate se eni ya ne afọ adwumam se wotie beboa wo wonya experience edi apem akwanim aje Owusu me samu akwaba
yeah
good me da se eni cheche mu a wonya botre na wo cheche no mu a kire yen di yesu yen de bebo ye ni nchirima modi na yesu yetumi aforo ebedru bebia modre openi yahade boss any subordinate relations bodi nyuma kese ano a how were you managing them?
Oh, I said earlier, you have to carry people along.
Okay.
So most people, they go to work as middle level or managers, and all they are watching, as I said, is the time. Okay. But for every professional at the management level, you should stay behind. Take some time to reflect what went through the day.
Okay.
In the haste of things, you are likely to offend, insult subordinates, secretaries. But if you go back and sit down and look at what you think you can do for the company and for your section and overall, and can you imagine you get the next morning, you go to your secretary, my apology, yesterday I must have screamed at you or yelled at you. Do you see how happy she will be in serving you? Or you get to a subordinate and you go to them, I could see yesterday's argument, I wasn't thinking, but I went through and I think you are right. They are likely to make contribution to make you successful because they think that you value whatever they can say. But if you just close and you are out there to go home, you don't care, you don't look at what the business is all about, you must sit behind. To make a difference in life, you yourself must be different. And so you should be able to look at things, write position papers, make suggestions to your boss.
Yeah, much you know so. I'm a phone of my signal. So someone who can you more the power, but what do you do America do?
Okay.
Yeah, Yanko.
And Sana won't miss sa nipa abrabo. This is why abrabo ye. Stronko.
Okay.
And Pempino, the obetimi and say, Ode oho be she wajumemu na enema koso na ema adwuma nye wani ha. Enti obi ba na ade achi na ka oh mami ade e kan ne nra no kura se ma nwene ho ye. Ube won se omo wani gi a so am no ba be kasa. Omo happy because omo nim se omo ka asema utie. Oh in Pempi no oye manja bi ho na ye his decisions pia you making no. Ebi ho a na nya necessary corruption. But if in a haste to get things done.
Okay.
Never pay to me manipa. Oh, we say, and everything that we do go in that direction. And then if it's a tembia ultimate strategy, we nipa mistake ba, then you come back and take it on and just move on as it is. But you must be focused.
You must be focused. So be dribble tired.
Yes.
Papa, in terms of motivation, we then have to motivate you because irrespective of the big work, we're going to be motivating the partners who are yana yasam. Both we are now with me.
What I think, if you say 1 more year, Jumadin must be rewarded.
Okay.
I think that we can do talking things that you can bring it for them to know, say, they are being appreciated for what they do. Okay. So to me, so boni pa baswa, bonabaso.
Yes, bonabaso.
Yes, bonabaso. And because it's not the big things we do for our loved ones, but the little things that we don't do. And the question you did about let people be appreciate people. One who said the omiano any so the end so and the media make up depending make kind of like it is. But the way you know no many parents we are sa nipa no or baba ya de no be din koma or dwene ho. But obi ba na obeka asempe na fa nya anase ofite de okakra wonti a onko research and obeka bibia kiro because him say o papa de ye na dwene a and ye na dwene as so new employees are free as so new wo din komo you shouldn't lord over others as so new wo nyina yesterday
you shouldn't lord over others.
Yes, the moment you do that, you get people to sabotage you.
Papa say obi lord over somebody no ya na tisen.
Oh, so bu ha be oba elevator kura na yaye ba ko a chief executive ejina mu a obi anyina mbi. O si o yesi ya wo si na paper kura kutawa no obi baje na o de ma no. No, you must live like an ordinary person. You must let them know that we are all the same. Oh, and if he say oh yes sir, obi feel comfortable, obi feel say ono so yobi. Ema obi a ejuma I call them, I let them know say apra o prana ehun hia obi so ye doctor obi so hwe obi ba so I remember there was a saying say President Kennedy visited the aeronautic center and he saw a gentleman sweeping and said, "What are you doing, gentleman?" And he said, "Sir, I am sweeping so America can send people to the moon." he showed an importance of his job. Even as a criminal, when he said engineer for or he used that language to indicate. Say honors wajimana woman or important.
Okay.
And do what Mombiana, you make sure, sir, Ubia is valued.
Ubia is valued.
Yes, and once you do that, Ubia contribute to the quota and does the job well.
Papa, baby, you better was so, but the insane kakra. Because experience, yeah, when you are managing normal business as a brave, Minyasho say, Ufrasiana Wunya. Who said, you Frasia no can abra say, but can in a flash. Me as a man to meet say, but never samba. Ha, Tina, Bessu we near, then the Pehuni pie in a shiano. Na fee, ye quack or should be a chassis free year. You will say, and you be a crana once why a day. A boy a cram be so. Okay. It's opening, yes, yeah. In free a crasia, ya war. Any such a proponent here would name one be a bit drew ye, and son of our bachelor dear, Bequa America. If you said a bonnet here, now feel to one a dear and a who said, a boy was a no manoa who fell more crossing him.
A grassy trading power. A grassy trading, I don't be a second. You create a special for and grassy for.
Okay.
Because as it's your crown, ocean, if you are a crown, what they out. Oh, coast school crisis here to body and I shall bottom now will be about this year. So, and yet easy that way. And the Abrabo were crashing, so we team to Timu now from bar near my wafamono. Oba ebeye in the Pakistan.
Many are crashing your war here, no?
Yes.
Honestly, that's all homano.
And it does all homobia. But as I said, as a soldier, bigger goal.
Okay.
Don't dream small, dream big. We better me say, we better me president. And I will phone on so say, oh, ma, yeah, I am almost on baby. Oh, but that and where Jimmy, why you say, with your mobra, why you say, yeah, what mobra? And we as parents, we should see make a contribution to Yamano by encouraging them that the opportunities are there. And Yama Homo is sitting there, it's up to them so back of it. And only idea visit Bibia we be a possibility say ubitimi a free about any Pakistan. But you must stay focused.
You must stay focused. No be na course who crana see house with the ni more dear mammy. But me and men no meet me fair. A
graduate body, and you say, oh, dear, you say, Ubi, you must be a waitress from a restaurant. I am a yeah, baby, I try, and you must trip, then show the Dawaya. Win him the air you was here, so one ever count. And easy, and you more become can you say more, wouldn't be. Baby, I'll be and Yama winning I then they won't ban on your opportunity be home idea yakrana and such a for as so taking advantage.
Okay.
Now who baby are free buy. Now most of us are here free baby free buy. They make policies quani idea. Nay ignore that reality. But say what all these levels now. Se be accounts are what try say society and who say also Wabobra.
Yeah.
And Abrabon Jessica, I keep reminding you. Sure. But at least you've made a positive impact. That must be at the core.
Now, Ufra Sana, Momini, Daddy, no, we are Jumabai. Where you know my phone.
Make a choice ensures you and you must you to run out of I know ya,
Sabras no one so sad.
Let me just say, I don't care. Oh, dear, we are kid to about yourself. Yeah. All the time I protected myself with my mouth. Number no power.
Okay.
And then when we were booming at Timicasa, no more because that you need a weapon. At any point in time, say here, oh, so you, whatever it is, as you cut a niche for yourself, as you find it, be keep you going.
Okay. Find it, be keep you going.
Yes, you must do that. Other than that time, you have a catcher, you'll be left behind. And Koye, as Gavoma, now so now managing us also one and you find a way to go with the flow. But you always said, why you better no catch you. Pay a system here to me. Be great in Yakakraka, now or Benny Pemkra Nusro. But American Abruchi, only Yakakraka, not the Abesta.
Yes.
But you must not leave yourself behind.
Okay.
You know, something should keep you going. Take advantage and opportunities of the things that you can market from yourself.
From yourself?
Yes.
That's all when you be woman.
Yeah, baby woman. Everybody has something in them.
But my brother, who use Kana, who just can't bet to us. But I believe that you never thought so bad, you say. But so now, when is what you know?
Yeah, because an idea, Name Fee said, you be geometry. But now I just was a timing.
Okay.
The future belongs to those who can wait.
Until I don't know, show dance.
Yes, the future belongs to those who can wait.
What do you want to screen as a man? The future belongs to those
who can wait.
Who will beat me a train?
That's right.
I'm not dancing, Papa.
That's right. Yeah. We'll throw now, Tishi. Now you keep on going. You just have to wait.
Oh, that's powerful.
The time will come for you to be able to do it.
Wow.
Yeah. So you go through Nipane Dawson, Mane Dawson, Tisikana, and Sukuno, so now you manage it. No, now Kodudo phone. It's all those things. Okay. You are hardened. So when Uba Benya dia F1, a man yelful, kind you free buy and sees that you can take
no one doesn't be able to be now making impact.
Yeah, you have to make that's what it is. You should be able to do that.
Wow. When in somebody and then they have a fortune, may cover, no, you have to ask. I was hoping to come Owusu and I know a day she and you and some more catcher and some move to never poor now, Bemo, what we end that's what's any that's one side. Mijina maja bofon krato te aba koba the attitude you me because what was so medase
Freddy's corner magana yen the brutal. Oh yes, be a better Freddy's corner be a better watch the free. Freddy's corner, your home appliance, baby, your fridge, TV, microwave, air condition, gas cooker, washing machine, Bluetooth speakers, stabilizers, mobile phones, laptops, printers, CCTVs, any memory. Brands no so there authentic nko a na there then say what try there one cedi mpo every Freddy's corner ye beche wache there free.
Freddy's corner magana ye dampa 7 original laptops, mobile phones, any accessories papa no ni Freddy's corner laptops, any mobile phones CC there. Freddy's corner ye number 1. Shishwe Freddy's corner was circle. One is city light dino share ni mo. Freddy's corner, your authentic source of quality home appliances, latest mobile phones and its accessories.
And when you go to a washing, and they answer so apart from the coffee, it's higher day and away. And some of a boy, my queen, and home come off, and you go to a yedi. It was say, and someone opening Kwame Owusu Edema and also what to be there to home. Or say the future belongs to those who can wait until you be a work train home. Also, that papa will come out. Then your train is a water horse a aqua. Now so Barbara Boom Modern. What to me and you couldn't be a bono. I don't call me some work.
Yeah.
Yes, sure. Critical decisions. Yeah, what me make a war wabra boom at a certain point. Yeah, would you know pa but me many ye. Me no be so say and a binya. Papa may you be na okuna de wa be no gusu so ko. Na yeah.
Well, I think that MP and Yamama that easy.
Okay.
I'll do and I'll say bro no. Sometimes a be and I make us say ya bra bonne ya ma any a kwan ya faso e di wo faso no. Eno na amatem bi obu ha na anya impact e wo no so.
Okay.
I remember say, oh, can you imagine say my daughter says, my baba, for instance, he had to go through long schooling and become a lawyer, and what I call an Ivy League lawyer. Ivy League lawyer is a high level law. He comes back with a certificate from school. I said, Dad, this is a certificate. Let us go to Bolga. I said, what are we going to do in Bolga? After hundreds of thousands to get a law degree. He said, I want to do baskets. So I packed my things. We put in my car, 5 days food and everything. We went there to Bolgatanga, look at it to see what it's all about basket weaving. Well, I'm saying that parents must encourage their children to do what they like to do, not what we want to do or them to do. And we went there, and it wasn't a pleasant thing for some people to say, hey, oh, buy all this money spent.
Lawyer ni.
Or person contain.
Yeah, what they call
Or they call as a father, once I open up and want to do what my daughter wants to do, today, he feeds probably over 500 people.
Whoa.
And he will employ lawyers of any kind that you want to employ. So it's the support. For some people, they say, hey, those are things that, decisions that you helped your family or whatever to make. For some people, they will become angry. They won't even talk to their daughter and say, after all this, that's what you want to do? But Lord and behold, he's been very successful, very, very successful, and we've been able to get things moving in that direction. So all is not lost. And just I told you, the future belongs to those who can wait. There are a lot of things in this country that we can turn around. You have to be creative. Creativity is also a key in whether you're going to be successful or not to be successful. You have to be creative. I just had this here I'm holding. A lady came to my restaurant, Stoneview, and he said, he's selling this. We buy normal spoon for 20 pesos. He said 60 pesos. What does he do? Creativity. It's pandemic. He's able to come up, have a paper, wrap it up, put a mint in there. He's all over the place, Sally. Opportunity, you have to be creative. You cannot let your mind go to sleep. You should always be able to. And it's important, because for me, I don't sleep. I only sleep about 3 hours a day at the age of 69. It's about being focused. And you can stay sharp and be creative in doing things. It's not easy. But those are the things that you have to do in order to survive. You know, we all have to do traveling and the rest. To be honest with you, when I finished secondary school, I had intention to go to boys' school, to the military, and stage a coup.
Wow.
I had that in mind. I wanted to change society. but it all didn't happen.
You secondary school, no?
And I'm military boys company. I wanted to change society. Society must be changed. We must make an impact positively. But I thought that was probably one of the ways. In those times, you know, coup was all over, starting all over the place. So, but it's interesting we are here today, and at least we've come to the level that civility has prevented all those things to happen. And so, but I encourage, hard working is a key. It's poverty that has constantly made people. That doesn't mean that people don't do corruption. But the poverty, when it is too much, it makes people, it gives them time to discuss unnecessary things. Things even done, especially, and the media continue to support that. And when they raise it, within 2 seconds, the thing dies just like that. And then sometimes I wonder, we must be focused. We must be focused. As I sit here now, I continue to have a passion that laws in Ghana must be enforced. A lot of the things we fail in the system is because of deterrence. Enforcement is lacking. There's a law in this country, and I would continue to raise this everywhere I go, which that we should not pay rent, residential rent, for more than X amount, 2 months or whatever. Even the places where there's money, they say 1.5 months. We continue to pay 2 years.
Ghana had 2 years.
And I'm saying that the laws are here
must
to
be
prevent that.
enforced.
There must be an enforcement. Somebody responsible in government must enforce, because people will continue to suffer. 2-year rent is not easy.
not.
Whether you are middle class or semi-middle class or the poor or whatever it is. Why? Enforcement, leadership by the example. We must make sure that people, the least that we can do. But I'm saying that this is not about money. We could change the lives of our people without giving money to their pocket if such law is even enforced.
Okay.
It releases the pressure
Sure.
of coming up with 2 years of rent and going for ordinary 2 months and the rest. Can you imagine the impact? We must enforce that. I will continue to be an advocate. The rent for residential must not go the 2 years it's going. Businessmen won't like it, but we must do that to release the pressure of our people. And whoever is in charge of enforcing that must activate that, and it must be enforced.
Wow. But Papa,
That's a positive impact on the life of your people. Without giving them cash.
Okay.
Without being rich. Everybody.
Yeah.
You cannot struggle like that. It's unacceptable.
As a Maria Juma, Okruma, a Bebuam Yakoyanim. Yasha Ghana for Abrabo in general. When Ghana for the Dona Naya Juma, your attitude to work at the same. Na DNA change one where boy Mama Yakonin.
Well, I said attitude, and I started with political appointees. Attitude, we must have passion for what we do. You go to a supermarket or you go to a restaurant, instead of serving people, they will sell food. How do people sell food? They put the food on the table, but when the other serve the person, not the food, they will put it, they will make sure that, what do you need that? He will come back to you several times to make sure that, see, these are all attitudes. We must do things. I even brought something here where I saw a government paper printed, and the coat of arms is turned upside down when the receipt is up. How do you do something like that?
What the Kruma?
I have it right on it here. So these are the things that we must change. Our attitude to work. You go to buy something even in the supermarket, the lady hands you a change, and it's like, take your money and go. She doesn't know. She says, thank you, Daddy, come back again. So that attitude. People come to eat, they want to go to a place where people, they are pampered, they are bored at home. Attitude to work. We come to work late. And then when it's about time, 5 o'clock, then we get ready. We take 30 minutes to clean up and make up the face. And then we are ready to go. But when we are coming, we try not to come early. Productivity is the key to the success of every country. And our productivity is low. And it's low, as I started with political appointees. We must lead by example. We must be able to encourage people to work hard. People should be punished when they don't work hard. And those are the things. People should be rewarded
when they work hard.
And one of the things that also is at the core is that I think that maybe it's too late, but government must make sure that all government workers are paid on the same scale except for promotion. Okay. Because I don't see why will be what GMPs and now what maritime will be to me be at 4,000 or 10,000. No, because national health insurance work with 1,500. Make who so abrabonye. As was only a question started was she dying. I don't know that I wouldn't see. But because of the disparity that we have in our salary scale, even at the governmental level.
Opening as someone can say to you, what's it? We are more and can buy my phone.
Yeah,
careful to the same scale.
We must, because GMPs, you know, we are your man about the buyer.
The Vinyan Papa.
That's a good idea. National health insurance is also playing a role. I don't watch 1,005. Now we are cost at 10,000 and answer 5,000 or 8,000.
Hey,
it's not right. See, these are the type of things that a COSWA and my society and the way we buy things, the way we live becomes different. It's dysfunctional.
Okay.
Like I'm telling you, when me know me, no be cry me in first class, or second class up. You call it, you call GMPC, near family national health insurance. Boom, would I bear 10,000? Now me dear, me am 1,500 or national health.
It's good near
Maybe I'm yet to cool so cry no my bench. Oh, my miss, I know who are. Influence you have and what's it down cry. Now me dear may struggle cry and make them intimate suffer. I mean, intimidating
survival.
The survivor becomes a key. And the Wabra Boko grown now I was him starting what's he down that you have to now who took a tackle to attitude. These are things that we must begin to evaluate.
And also a motivate.
Yes.
Yes,
we must do that. Certain companies have carried their kojima utimi jinafa. Certain companies when be just a wow case kakran asarifa. And also say a poor company and send you okay. I then are buying Untiminia banker, so ya banjment, your banker be a drew as ultimate for me.
Wow.
Why is this a GMPC and I'm hurt and Agapoha? A worker, a chamon one effort. There must be a bank card. So ya banjmadia. No, Gina, I'm a Samaya. It's also to Frubi.
Now, so who are you, man?
A idea. A bad ministers are never points. Points that you drop in the pania drop in. It's all our money. GMPC ni maritime Agyapong omuni no papa de year adwuma na ba a banjuma. And that is wrong. You will see a company even driver no or Jessica Kura chief director of the ministry.
Yes.
Why wouldn't there be a corruption? Okay. You see a buying the power yejuma e be a Ghana revenue or ko die buy kakra mana or the one car. I know be man petrol so we must change the system. We must change our attitude to the way we manage our affairs. And it's very, very important. And the marketing but it has an impact. It has an impact. So you have somebody making that much, you beat him
Yes.
And these are the things that we should be looking at. And make sure so we encourage people. Our businessmen, we are not able to borrow money.
Okay.
When I hear the word international competitive bidding, why should we allow international competitive bidding? Second, I need to me the animal comparable from here, but and just say international competitive bidding because the person who can bid internationally, no interest rate, your labor plus nothing, or 1 or 2%. Let me put it in the simplest terms. What's the 28%? The only me no cobedia. Nothing in the bedipa na o anda bedina. Ejuma na obey na bushia na be boy and yaka we born cash and lose in there so this bad products na ejuma no. And all these things have effect on our economy.
Yeah.
Because as a winning.
Yeah.
It was winning we are. I didn't know guys over 5 cities in your 10 cities. And just all copy 5 cities here and there. We must begin to look it's not everything is about money. We must begin to manage the affairs of our country and see what impacts negatively on some of the things that we do. You know, Abam Wajmana Sikeniho, no Akobobo Siao Bank, no I 3 years. 3 years.
No, we did an interest.
Profit, no, saying 20 years, 30%, almost by 3 years, it can share outside the car here, town, Yama. As I say, I'm buying with Nisika more measurement.
Okay.
It's wrong.
We should change our attitude.
We should change our attitude. It's wrong. You go to borrow from a bank or you borrow and a bank. If there's no money, you should not. And Parliament should pass a law. When is the guy? Why are you making somebody go through a bidding and then he comes in where Juma 2-3 years no sweaty? You know how many contractors die from that? It's wrong.
Yeah, it's wrong.
It's unacceptable. We must change.
We must change.
Yes.
Baba, Ghana for in general, Yepejuma.
I wouldn't say Yepejuma.
Okay.
But I think it's the process, the system I put in place. Maybe in my culture, say, "O person, we are doctor and a nurse, and your passion." Ukoya say ukolego ya ma say when cha 8 years at 10. Near time no akwa courses no be the same. Sociology. And you pay sociology now ba. Near do ko to bank bi na wo ya adwuma. We need passion. It slows down productivity. We must put people where their interest is in order for them to perform. And so some of the things that look laziness is because the way and the system is. We don't have a counseling system. Ebetimi actually will say, Etienne, what do you want to become? I hope he's not going to say he wants to be a delegate. So that somebody will tell you what you're going to do. Sometimes when I interview people, I ask you, so course now take you, and so we are by I tell you, some people don't know. He just wanted to be a graduate. Because course now work up and find your penny, you're born or two chain.
On your first degree.
And one no. So these are the type of things that we must try to change. And when we do that, people will be interested in doing the type of thing that they do. A lot of things. You know, we create universities, technical universities are all converted. You go to Kwame University, technology.
Yeah.
And you are doing history. And you are doing law. Does that make sense? The name must reflect.
University of Science and Technology.
Law.
History.
Yeah. So how can our society develop? Make it a technology institution, equip them with the necessary tools so that they can invent and they can produce and put lawyers somewhere so they can also argue whatever cases they want to go. But when you have to mix these apples and oranges, it's very, very difficult for us. We must try to create certain institutions of specialization.
Institutions of specialization.
Yes, then it's so good that even outsiders will come and recruit from there.
Yeah.
But we have people all over the place. So many schools, so many universities.
Technology,
technology.
University
of Nekora. So that because you're able to put the necessary equipment to equip the people and the environment. For me, even Minister of Trade is a wrong thing. You should be a Minister of Manufacturing. What are we trading? And so we manufacture. So when you go to sleep, you are thinking manufacturing.
Yes,
we must begin to have the mindset, change of mindset. We should begin. Even if it has to be a course, there must be a course for that. Changing the mindset.
Ministry of Manufacturing.
Yeah, trade and industry. It's like we are countering the manufacturing. Started. A young one here manufacturing. And one year, no, those are the things. It gives the impression of where we should go, the direction we are going. No, I'm telling you, names may not mean anything, but it has impact. I'm so he call him stupid, he grows to be stupid. Oh yeah, because you the way you do omobra. Ubake kansa, when you saw omobra. So when you say omobra, because my partner kansa omobra. Names are also important. It has impact in the way people think. So things are very little in terms of how we want to manage our economies, but I think that we can begin to sit and discuss. It has nothing to do with politics. We must begin to look at our nation, where we are going.
Politics are some of the
It's not about any government. It's about these things must change. We must begin to look at what it is. Yes. A lot of things, it's not about money. It's about how we manage our affairs.
Papa, I hear educational structure. So, from preschool up to the tertiary.
Yeah, I mean, very. For tertiary, I'm saying there are courses that we don't need people to go in and study. With the advent of technology, push it button, and maybe why you just find it. The concentration, the away 100%, yeah, but now see at test about 20%. We should look at our economy and see our needs. And those are the courses that we must implement and put in the next. Where do we want to go?
That's a better student aspiration and industry needs.
Yes,
okay.
That's what it should be. But all these things require research and time. And unfortunately, in our part of the world, politics takes too much time of policymakers. Politics takes too much time. I cannot even see why economic management team is managed by ministers and the vice president of countries.
Oh.
Why should that be?
Papa,
they don't have time.
Okay.
Economic management team must be managed by people who have time. Do a research, analyze it, and bring it for the government to take it into cabinet.
Okay.
What would be the need for economic management team managed by the same ministers? So when they screw up, the same thing is taken to cabinet. But they are members of cabinet. And you have only 2 hours, 3 hours for somebody to come and make a presentation. But if you have economic management team, which is not part of government, because ministers and MP, they are greeting hands every day. They don't have time.
Yes. Meeting people every day.
Yes, but create a separate people, pay them well, let them come up with things that will change the economy, irrespective of that political advice. Some of these things must be looked at in terms of how we govern our country. They don't have time. I don't know whether you've had the opportunity. They don't have time.
Yeah.
They don't have time. Even in the middle of the meeting, you see somebody looking at their time. They have set up another meeting to make a foreign whatever. They don't have time. And you are making decisions to affect the management of the country. There must be time. There must be people who have time to study things in detail and present it for government so that the decision can be made. All analyses are done. We must change.
We must
Our
change.
attitude to governance to everything.
Wow.
This has nothing to do with any particular government, but that's the way we function.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is bro?
Okay.
Wow. Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And some now can the mood do. Na me gidi say yitini na so pemu a. Ebeboa ye. Opani wa mo ne gi nyuma bebre say de maka aka no. Na meti hoyi se me bi adwuma. Na mpese adwuma ni nyine. Pese ekoso. What are some of the skills as me put in? Oh, that me say adwuma na ekoso.
Focus and self-discipline as the owner of the business.
Okay.
You must be disciplined. You don't take loans to go and buy cars. You must let your workers know how serious you are about your time. You must stay close as a small business person.
Okay.
Be there all the time. Don't be an absentee owner. Not in Ghana.
Not in Ghana.
Not in Ghana. They'll take you to the laundry. You know, sometimes I feel that they should create 5% tax deduction for theft as miscellaneous. And whenever you are given a business program, have in mind that percentage that they are going to steal from you. So it should be made as part of your cost. You know, and when you have created, I say you need to take people along. You need to make sure that you get the right people.
Okay.
And you must observe the people who have love for what they are coming to do. A lot of them may come for money. And I think that if you are able to get yourself the right set, unfortunately, you cannot expand too much. Over-expansion also can kill you.
Over-expansion?
Yes. Sometimes you are here, now the Tachiman branch, Kolebu branch, now Johnson.
Okay.
Depending on the capital and whatever you have, especially we don't have too much. And to start with, you must be focused in the one that you have. Let that be successful before somebody will take a company you have all over the place, not management. You must be there.
Yes,
you must be there. When you come to Stoneview, I am there till 10:30. I close with them.
Wow.
It allows me to observe and see the do's and the don'ts, and customers' expectation, exit polls, exit interviews, as a beginning business that I have begun. Okay. Those are the things that you put in place.
You do exit interview?
Yes. I personally will go and talk to the person, how things were, how our service was, how the food was, and things like that.
Wow.
So I'm able to know when they are complaining, then I assemble. We have to move on to the direction.
We meeting.
Consistent. You have to do that.
Whoa.
Consistently. And if I find people who don't fit in the puzzle, I let them go. They may be the best worker, but they must fit in.
Okay.
They must fit in.
Inti se adwuma bi ho na be afe na yenye meeting da
I met some at Maritime. They probably had never met in 5 years. So everything comes from a DG's office.
I
had every week there was a meeting. So long as I'm in this country, there's a weekly meeting. So we can educate ourselves in different departments, in the discussion. It gets you to know what the business is all about. So it's not about the boss giving direction. You should be able to meet with the people for them to make contribution of their observations.
Wow.
And you must listen to every one of them and be able to make sense out of it.
Papa Samuel said, what do you have 3 years? But I say, bro, from
okay. All right. As I said, we are beating. As I would say, because
Maritime, no. Maybe 5 years, no more meeting.
I am not saying this on anybody can call it. They were not meeting. And I had management meeting every week. And we don't just go there to sit for lunch. We are there sometimes from 10 o'clock and we won't wait till 8 p.m.
Wow.
And we allow people to present things,
discuss
and teach
issues
us in their department what goes on. So every manager at that level became conversant with the issues that is affecting the company. But some people, you ask them, apart from what they do, they won't be able to tell you all about the organization. But you must learn what the organization is all about. That's the only way you can make an impact. So it is important. Yeah, communication is a key. Yes, communication is a key. You should be able to meet with your
effective
people.
Communication.
Yes, and that is very, very important. So meetings, management, people making contributions, say what they want to say. And in the end, you'll be able to get the best out of them.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Obia unim so you part of the company or you know so one idea. And you engage you on a meeting here, come over a very assembly here because Ubu are obeying me as a cameras be out. Wait, I got a chick room. Ubu grab bonnie and I'm so one and cow man and Indian. When you're catching crowd, you punch and what is your go so.
Yeah.
Nah, because when you are watching. Was it Papa any 3 more things?
Because oh man, you're part of the company.
Yes.
What do you say?
When I go away straight over Chino, we are Bachina and Chino Grand Wapa. No one baby, no one is your good Waboka. You better calculate down here, man. You be
when we are going.
So you should make them feel part of the whole.
Okay.
Indeed, those are the things that over here in order to make sure so we take a small company, then you grow it. Now money. Now I also know there because here hano Boshi idea juma adding. Ideally, no. There were a lot of young people, they come up with inventions and the rest, and we don't have a place where it is funded. And I think government should begin to focus on those people who can come up with what we call bankable projects.
Okay. Bankable projects.
Yes. You know, I think we will be the better who team said no matter what happened, okay. Those are bankable projects. Banks must finance. But then Biayana Abrofudi Sikafri outside nearby Yababe taking control. It's yeah.
Papa, me 2 questions away home. Usually, Papa be or emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence coach. And also no Nejumo on your master servant relationship.
Yes.
Or no or a chief servant. Inti the opese edwumafo no nye bia no ono di kan ye no ma ye de nachi. Baba ehwa de e wadwuma mu a ona wo baabi manager wo baabi worker wo baabi what will be the outcome result business edwuma no e de baba bontene.
I don't know, it's a fail. You fail.
Okay.
The company will fail. Now, failure and necessarily means you be closing up. There are companies that show potential. Maybe I say one more, and you no more. It's still a failure.
Almost failure. Yes.
There are people out there who know multi-million-dollars, and so in his mind, know a failure because he's greedy. He still wants more, and he want to achieve more. No, when you're successful. He on our office when you're no most of the office on your titan or stressed out. I think it's important. Say them buy a catch on. So many workers. There's someone who said when you're different from them.
Wow.
You a mom who said, "What do you wait? Oh, bar now be about oh, say oh, bag." No. I don't let people do that for me.
Okay.
You let them. Why do you have to do that for me? So more kind na obi a who be a na ade. If you need that one, no wafa. No be no near no say, "Hey, as I said." Also, so oye dear, papa. That's how we change the attitude of mine.
That's how we change it.
Yeah, that's how we because obi a who say, "Ah, papa, no crowd oye penny wire crowd here." No so no ha what na ya na afi no be started no so train and that is how you carry people along. You change the attitude.
About all maritime authority na when staff ni na for left back.
Unfortunately, yeah, go stairs back. Unfortunately, we didn't have that. I feel I'm baby. I'm starting say yes,
but no fastest back.
Baby, oh baby, Yako baby,
from Munina
no, you did it together. Yako baby, to quiet na. We're just so
Director General.
Yeah, I mean, even Crawford is so free.
For now will be best or money general for no free and
not at all. Me free who is still here on Bamako because they are free. They can call me anything they want. You know. I don't usually I don't even like the word sir. I think that's more of a slavish mentality.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to call me KO, you want to call me anything sir. I don't even
there were no more frozen.
Well, people call me KO, but
okay. KO Nazar is
Kwame Owusu.
I see.
So you know workers yeah, you know, and you should be able to counsel them.
Okay.
So too harmful.
Okay.
Because a lot of people
and that's how from what did you want
I said they are faith-based. A lot of our part of the world. We walk around here, you don't or Bible. Okay. Obi believe we say Nyame man yesi. And it's very interesting with our system. Ubeti my free coach, after coach akwasi manu, you be mali for. Mo nyina ma bi jono by the grace of God. Na yango we Ghana ni. Debbie. Hard work. And so church must say, oh, yeah, the one more northern region. We are more in Mali for Beshiano. You must tell people specifics.
That's a general maritime authority. They say now responsibility does. But now to meet workers no any idea.
Of course. It took quiet Nigeria baby Bekobiana. I am with them as part of them. And
no problem be what department to be an unim.
Oh yes. Because we were very much on top, and everybody gives submission as to what they are doing, where they are going, and any decision we are going to make, it will be put for them to punch holes and see whether it's good for us to do this or take this or build this or buy this boat, or all discussions were discussed without that somebody is up there and he takes a decision. It's important you make people feel that they are all together. And I brought them together. We set up a committee. People have not been promoted for 10 years. I let them set up and say, look at what is right. Nobody should come to me. And before they were getting their promotion it must be a system. And a system must work.
I want to learn this wisdom. Mama, you pee, right? All right. I'm far from work. Now, watch us here for lines. And sometimes you're more there. Yanko said, then so. Then the web where my yet me wura or Bramun Kumimu near Dinkunim. I was here. Open a Kwame Owusu, former Director General, Emma Maritime Authority, and I've been on a DSJ. And somebody Abu Biswa, a chassis free, Numa Hodra Warrior, maybe your Shabra was said he will manage the media shan and said, you be Sydney. Ya Owusu that epim ko anymore. So we aso no watia ka wenya nipa wo fa. Abredu se won so be kam ho na yedi nkomo. E wo the attitude dwumadie so. Ka se meeting ene ka tachie mensa. Pacho number between afrem so 0240 550 899 0240 550 899. Yankomo ibi ana ye wote. Over say Ubusa Honsam, over so contribute to maybe every drew no baby a so wo sese no opese hu no se de obefa ekwan bi so atene wo ho na eja Kwame wo school ka se obi school no na de obeto so kra yedin nanso opem ko nanim menyo frefo ahoma no so. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Pacho mane so mame udin na mame ntio.
Your family. Good evening, your family are mentioned.
Yo. Mame ntio.
You can't say. Me chairman ni me.
Ya jo so.
Na nyamisha na pa asam na waka na futu na de magana mpinifo manage ho pa. Akansa.
Yada say annual contribution ebusua into betumi adwane e wo 0240 550899. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Me pacho udin na ofre mi frɛ hen nwumre.
Hello?
O so udin na ofre mi frɛ hen.
Hello?
Hello, good evening. Oh, ase wantemi nka ene fa foforo na yentimi enko eni pacho ofra na wo lower the volume of your TV set. Sabi ebitimi ate nka ye na also contribution yaje. Hello, good evening.
Hey, I'm the model. Hello?
Good evening. Me pacho whatemi nka?
Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, Betonka.
Aha. Udin na afrefre hen.
Me Fefi Kaswa.
Na udin de say.
Yeah, from me for me Fefi Kaswa.
Pacho me ntio.
I think the father thing where that what it is for Ghana and it's about time and penny for no humanity people like that. Now, I come on and say we be a political appointment. I don't know about it, because I go food soldiers today. Or more Katama MPP near me to one day they are buying you in our mom. And I come on and say I'll be woman at but because I belong to a political party. It means cash. Not just here. See, I buy an young with you. That's it.
Yo. Yes, so Edward say what me a friend you bring your contribution of your country dear home. Can say if you're then you may be exactly 7:30 near transfer ya the bro ekusina your friend with the attitude. Many of for Humana so. Hello, good evening. Befacho.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, Udin now from me free.
It's 6 months, a friend of mine.
Agyapong too.
Good evening.
Yes, I just don't come to you.
It's 6 months, a friend of mine.
You until what TV so see me phone mo na yanko. Why?
Oh. Mini super.
Okay.
Mini back.
Okay.
Mini super back.
That's right.
See, as working in a or let me start me when we call Shabra was never in power. And so we want to right to say, open in
Yeah.
And she's working in a club from Pa, Yasan to Afra. In the mamma papa in the papa is Agyapong.
Wow.
Yamin Shamapa, working in a probably room pa. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's a bit pray. I just want to say aquanium. All right, we'll have a last caller. Hello, good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, Pacho Udina Mamintio.
From a James and Macasafri Kumasi.
Pacho Maintio.
Your attitude not make a washem.
Yes, sir.
They all cannot, and only or my gun a problem. May say your problem or one attitude.
Okay, Maintio.
Indeed, so on my gun a best sense you buy. Simply you force to be seen quite also. And the best on mine.
Yeah.
nti me papa no ya adwin papa me bona ba so woni ma woka nyina practical nti oman sisi yensi adwin na yenya nyama edi sha bayfo edi she nyanya dwuma ne mfa ya adwin bibi ye bi mfa nse ne ane ye yesuba nyanya we should fix our mind, our attitude. We should fix our attitude and mind. Anya sa oman enyi da yesuba nyanya kono kwa ne bodwin e wi anya sa akobi mu bi
opene ye no ase
penfosu be sin nkwala so enye.
Your point is well made. Yet was say
what no mini papa ne adwin nyame hia no pa
already shows to be pre me saka messages kakra wa ha asana callers ni be ba no me ready Kevin Kunadu was say the attitude show everything is clear. All right, yeah, that's it. The B was say creativity. Okay. We also say Isaac Asari. I say thanks very much. Contractors are dying. Kevin Kunadu now I say this man is very wise. Explore Ghana, Africa. I say okay. Also, we need a counseling system. Let me abwa yet me akuyedim. All right. My man for hello, good evening.
Good evening.
The patch Udina Mamintio, now for free.
The friend Foba, the free Nungwa. The ambassador can say, as I say, especially we the young ones. I hear school. It means a fine adrenaline. Yansa fine adrenaline, say. You will square a senior banksman and a senior company, Juma. One shall certificate a better Beckham. Abraham Commodore. It is Kundi, of course, a Kunya in India. But Abrabon, a one Casaho. It is here, opportunity of being office of it now utilizing a year. So, it doesn't matter the qualification you have.
That's right.
If you win now, you prefer in much.
Yeah, do I say annual contribution? Francis say the future belongs to those who can wait, and creativity is the key. By opening Kwame Owusu. Enter your Wikipedia. Hello, good evening.
Hello, fine evening.
Pacho Udina Mamitio. Now offer free.
Pacho, your friend Frank, make us every Kumase.
Mind you.
Pacho, and attitude of Jumadia, Miss Mania, Papa. Papa, ne can't say more.
Yeah.
Now, me will company. The letter no crab 2 years need to bear 5 years in when you meeting crab put that. Many Johnson your meeting. Just say a human and no one is on the other. I say, Nissikaba. Now, oh dear. The letter to me said, Man, obey I walk on the foot from a back. And the human will be all your human being only. Just say, when to know one, just say, a human said, because that time about one come crash and be unfunctional. Papa no tu empanimfo na mo bia nyuma no fo papa many jani timi meeting na pese daleta na mu so aba be meeting because ode no ho adwuma no metimi short be 1 week we ka na yakwa na adeda sa boso me so we ka no betu aneka papa na kansem na ma srisa o kansem anya we ka no empanimfo no to be kan ye onya yi a opa no okọ onya ifro opa no beba opa ma we can only nema opagane ko because onye ne sika wie we yes ya we can wo ye djuma de na se okunu hu no de djuma de ma papa ne kansem meda na tipanyango pontu insira no
yanso ye do wase producer say yemfa call ba ho enka ho na messages no yenka me so benka ne nyina ba mo kama say de bohye no etiem inte busu adjuane me e wo 0240 550899. Hello, good evening. Good evening.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. President.
Nyanko Pandrom, Pacho na we.
Yes, you have the measurement way.
That's right. Pacho, free na me intio.
The free agree ko be dia.
Okay. Pacho me intio.
Yo, pa. Yo, Papa Kwame. nyankopɔn hyira na adwuma ɔbɛyɛ ma areta ɛnyɛ adwuma ketewa ɔni yo na nyame nso hyira
already show
kana mareta ya fe pa
oh mafi no
ya fe no na ɔbɛyɛ no yenim se benyo bi a kai abumi saa yo
yaso yado wase nyakofo nhyira bebre se wetimi afrem explore Ghana Africa. So yes, Africa has different needs compared to Europe and America, so our courses of studies must be different. Abusia mensamra back to the studios na mene openi Kwame Owusu.
Agyapong.
Papa next week bray na yansan fan yidi boy e ba cho. Producer say men kan cho ya na catch that for so beba. Yo papa nyankopon hira. Yeah, ene wa ma enkumu a ye pese ye bobra no. Ye ni so tinta na tete yen. Yes, it has opened the world windows. Na ye betumi hu de wa bontene ho. Papa onsem atwa to ye de enkomo no ebawie. Then I walk at when you see and Cotrana, I say, I can phone you. Then I'll catch it.
What, yeah, may kind of say, all is not lost. As I say, in young crying. Now, your boy, a home modding, and son, your junior say, oh, young coupon boat, the obuano. Okay. By too much faith based, Bibia noa. Na ye hwese so eseso get ya na wo ye adwuma wo ye obi adwuma so a ye na sade wa wo de na wo ye no e build o e ma wo e shedding aha na nyesa wo ye obi adwuma ya say oh me de magima katua de maka che ho obi a sorry a
ofeni one video ya e twegu ade esu
aha
but unim ho
majuma back
no
the Stone View event center told you ani
papa no way
Irata hotel.
Oh, okay, Irata hotel.
Ubenya aduane bia opebia ho.
Oh, okay.
Ubenya fufu, ubenya kokonte, ubenya Chinese, ubenya continental. Small rooms for parties, lounge. Ye be bosumini anana otwemi ase.
Oh, and yet minimum team ba besra.
Asamo ba.
Ba.
Muni how. Muni how cry.
Oh, that's very nice. Yeah, that's very nice.
It's one of those things.
How workers be saying?
Probably about 40.
40?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, 40 years. Yes. Wow. We have Airbnb room there, where you can, right? We have a movie room, we have the restaurant, so it's a lot of, it's a complex.
Okay, Stone View.
Yeah. You buy here,
oh, yeah, Chinese food don't quite need it.
Anyhow, Chinese food, I'm the only Ghanaian, my Chinese food over probably 10, 12 years.
What's not China paying?
Let me try China so that.
So,
but yeah, Ghana phone. I brought in a Chinese.
Wow.
And then I asked him to transfer technology to teach my people so that after the contract they send them away, and that's what we did. And if you come and you eat it, I can bet you I'll put my signature on it. We are the best. Yes. We challenge anybody for cooking competition. In a Chinese restaurant.
And to workers in your training, you yes,
they work with me for about 10 years.
On the job training?
Yes, we train them.
It's also important.
The chef is my offer. So we make sure he was trained properly.
Papa, in this case, no, and I say, won't be me Juma and Cassa staff with training for.
It's very, very important. You must invest in them.
Invest in them?
Yes. You must invest in them because and so when you invest in them, you are creating company with longevity.
Okay, with longevity.
And most people because they don't train the people, they don't try to have succession plan, they don't have in their children or whatever participate.
Okay.
Get involved.
Get involved.
You get involved so that the company doesn't die when one of you or any family member goes away.
Wow.
It is important.
Wow. Remember, opposite Irata Hotel.
Oh yeah, just you love it. We have a swimming pool there, pool party, whatever it is that you want to do there. We've created everything for everybody.
Nice one. Nice one. Opening up next week in Patobra.
Okay, yeah. All right.
All right. I was here. The papa, you go for show.
No, me that's
go for show.
That was it for the opportunity.
All right.
That you've given me.
I was here. Any did you make no AC? Na opening Kwame Owusu and over Jumadi so. Former Director General Emma Maritime Authority. And then what you know, my pa, the Amma no man could ye, and the year be in Sweden, what the actually. Near me, which have been between any catachy mensa. Na Ansana Macrono, Penese, Abosobana Major Paye, the welfare boa media, SMBO BA, came to Canada, of focus, I and we have my money, the enemy, camera names, Musubio. Enti, or Henry Fisa for. Idi motinti my pa producer extraordinaire oni adaje na so eguso kakrakra sadan so na ejano wugina mu pa di mu otene ofenisa akode do na friend focus madam kran say friend focus ono so ejina mu tintim camera no na champion ende ne di no menka baba yes kana fo nyina baba ono so ebua me na ajakwasi din sin ene yima Sandra ene busuafo ni nyina aka ho ene de dwumadi ebrawo abusua aha na medu se obom pa no abobia mayewai odomfo nyankopon ya domwa ebesen hia na atwese ne kai se medi ne katachie mensa makra